Hello, you're watching QPVN News. I'm Anh Tuấn and we keep you up to date with the headlines. Building Vietnam into a nation of lifelong learning. Meaningful activities to mark the 80th founding anniversary of General Staff. Vietnam strengthens trade connections with foreign businesses. On July the 10th, at the meeting with a delegation of outstanding officials from the Vietnam Association of Learning Promotion, President Lương Cường praised the association for its good work in advising the party and state in education promotion activities and building a learning society, an important task of the entire political system. Contributing to the innovation of education and improving people's knowledge, training human resources and nurturing talents for the country. President Lương Cường pointed out that since gaining power in 1945, the party, the state and alcohol have consistently attached special importance to education, training and nurturing talents, considering this a top priority in the course of national construction and development. The president suggested that every citizen, regardless of age or position, should consider studying as their right, responsibility and obligation. As the country enters a new era, the president said it is very important to build Vietnam into a learning nation where every citizen strives for lifelong learning. This is an important requirement to enhance national competitiveness, develop human resources, and enhance national strength. On July the 10th, the Central Military Commission's Standing Board convened meetings to review preparations for the congresses of the party organizations of General Staff, organ of the Ministry of National Defense and the General Political Department. The meetings also considered draft documents for the upcoming 12th Military Congress. The sessions were chaired by General Phan Van Giang, Minister of National Defense. Regarding preparations for the General Staff, organ of the Ministry of National Defense Party Congress, General Phan Van Giang emphasized the importance of developing reports that reflect achievements and clearly assess strategic advisory roles in defense military tasks. He called for a sharp focus on breakthrough areas to address shortcomings and fulfill political missions, strengthen unity and democracy, improve military regulations and discipline, enhance training quality, advance military science and art, and promote digital transformation in command and modern operations. As for the General Political Department's 20th Party Congress, preparations are nearly complete. The draft political report sets the theme as promoting glorious traditions, building a transparent and strong party committee, and a comprehensively strong general political department, contributing to building a revolutionary, regular, streamlined and modern military. General Phan Van Giang instructed that the report must affirm the General Political Department's pivotal role and reflect its commitment to innovation and effectiveness in research, advisory work, and strategy guidance on party and political affairs. He also highlighted key breakthrough tasks for the next term, including high-quality strategic research, streamlining the General Department's organization, accelerating technology application and digital transformation in party and political work, improving discipline and law observance, and fostering the values of alcohol soldiers in the new era. In the afternoon of the same day, General Nguyễn Tân Cương, Chief of the General Staff and Deputy Minister of National Defense, hosted a meeting with press agencies to commemorate the 80th foundation anniversary of the General Staff, September 7, 1945-2025. Recognizing 2025 as a pivotal year, both in completing targets set by party congresses at all levels for the 2020-2025 term and marking major national and military anniversaries, the General Staff will continue to direct units in the home military to intensify training and preparations for the military parade celebrating the 80th anniversary of the August Revolution and National Day. Additionally, Thorough preparations are underway for the 19th Party Congress of the General Staff and for meaningful, impactful activities celebrating the 80th anniversary of its establishment. General Nguyễn Tân Cương expressed appreciation for the media's close coordination in promoting military and defense affairs. He called on media agencies to continue their support in effectively highlighting the history, traditions, and achievements of the General Staff, helping spread the image of the heroic Vietnam People's Army and the Uncle Ho soldiers. On July the 10th in Hanoi, Senior Lieutenant General Hoàng Xuân Chiến, Deputy Minister of National Defense, hosted Colonel Thomas Buchelon, U.S. Defense Attaché to Vietnam, and Mr. Kelly McKeague, Director of the U.S. Defense POW-MIA Accounting Agency. Congratulating Colonel Buchelon on a successful term in Vietnam, Senior Lieutenant General Hoàng Xuân Chiến thanked the U.S. for its support in addressing war legacies, including unexploded ordnance and dioxin remediation, as well as efforts to locate and identify Vietnamese soldiers killed or missing in action in wartime. Colonel Buchelon expressed appreciation for the strengthening ties during his tenure, noting that the upgrade of Vietnam-U.S. relations to a comprehensive strategic partnership for peace, cooperation, and sustainable development has created favorable conditions to further advance defense cooperation. In his meeting with Kelly McKeague, Senior Lieutenant General Hoàng Xuân Chiến emphasized Vietnam's desire to continue receiving information related to its fallen and missing soldiers from the war. McKeague underscored the importance of cooperation in war legacy remediation, highlighting the significant potential for expanding collaboration between the two sides. He affirmed the U.S. commitment to fulfilling its promises in this area, contributing to healing wartime wounds and elevating the bilateral relationship to new heights. On the morning of July the 10th, while accompanying Deputy Prime Minister Nguyễn Chí Dũng on his visit to Laos, Lieutenant General Nguyễn Văn Hiền, Deputy Minister of National Defense, paid a courtesy call on Senior Lieutenant General Kham Leng Uthakason, Lao Minister of National Defense. Senior Lieutenant General Uthakason congratulated Lieutenant General Nguyễn Văn Hiền on his appointment as the new Vietnamese Deputy Minister of National Defense and expressed hope that in his new role, the general would continue working with the defense ministries and militaries of both countries to further nurture the great friendship shared between their parties, states, peoples, and militaries. Both sides expressed satisfaction with the results of recent defense cooperation and agreed to continue effectively implementing their 2025 cooperation plans. They emphasized the need to strengthen information sharing and work closely together to prevent hostile forces from undermining the relationship between the two countries and their militaries. Lieutenant General Nguyễn Văn Hiền also expressed hope that the Lao government and military would continue to create favorable conditions for Vietnamese enterprises, including military-affiliated companies, to invest and do business in Laos, contributing to Laos' socio-economic development and deepening the special friendship between Vietnam and Laos and their militaries. Coming up next, exhibition on 30 years of Vietnam, U.S. diplomatic ties held. Vietnam strengthens trade connections with foreign businesses. On the occasion of the 30th anniversary of the Vietnam-U.S. diplomatic relations and the 78th anniversary of the Wounded Veterans and Martyrs Day, on July the 10th, National Archives Center 3 organized an exhibition tracing 30 years of Vietnam-U.S. diplomatic ties and returns war records to families of martyrs and veterans. As one of the martyrs' relatives who received the documents and memorabilia back, Trần Văn Quý is deeply moved. His younger brother, martyr Trần Văn Phú, joined the military in 1962, but since then they could not meet again. We are so touched, as for nearly 60 years, we have not received any information about our loved ones. Now, we have received his war-era materials. We are so happy and want to send thanks to the leaders. The exhibition, with many vivid documents and images, divided into three parts, namely towards establishing diplomatic relations, cooperation and development, and firmly entering the new era, has shared the pivotal milestones in the relationship between the two countries in the 30 years of establishing diplomatic relations. The exhibition and publication of documents in the archives bears great meaning. I'm impressed by the participation of many agencies that preserve documents such as VNA, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, National Archives Center 3, and Texas Tech University's Vietnam Center and Archive of the U.S. The exhibition not only recreates the 30-year journey of establishing relations and outstanding achievements in all areas of cooperation between the two countries, but also conveys a message about a future cooperation, together moving towards peace and prosperity. On July the 10th, the People's Committee of Guangxi Province coordinated with the Ministry of Industry and Trade and related units to organize a program to welcome foreign business delegations to Vietnam to trade and purchase goods with localities in the north-central region in 2025. The program attracted more than 60 businesses and cooperatives in the north-central region and 15 businesses and distributors from major markets such as Thailand, Japan, China and Laos. Within the framework of the program, businesses also conducted field surveys in raw material areas and factories, manufacturing and processing industries such as medicinal herbs, agricultural products and food, thereby opening up opportunities to attract investment in the processing industry, contributing to increasing the added value of regional products and developing a sustainable supply chain. In addition, about 20 memoranda of understanding were signed at the program. With support from the Vietnam Trade Office in the UK, 10 Vietnamese companies joined Source Fashion, Europe's top textile and fashion trade fair, held from July the 8th to the 10th in London. Unique apparel and accessories at the Vietnam Pavilion attracted British and international retailers. Held twice a year in one of the world's fashion capitals, Source Fashion London brings together leading European brands and retailers. It is also the UK's largest B2B fashion trade event, connecting manufacturers directly with buyers.
Fabrics or garments or accessories, this is the right place because it unites the full supply chain of fashion under one roof. And Source Fashion is the largest garment manufacturing show in Europe.
The Vietnam Pavilion featured a wide variety of products that caught the eye of many retailers, especially silk scarves and accessories. The event offered Vietnamese textile firms a chance to showcase their designs and production quality, meet potential partners and build lasting trade ties. Since most Vietnamese firms are small and medium-sized, many can't directly attend. The trade office initiated a national booth and worked with agencies like the Vietnam Textile and Apparel Association to select standout SMEs to send samples and information for display. Our goal is to support and promote Vietnamese designs globally. Vietnam is now the UK's sixth largest textile supplier. Many made-in-Vietnam items are sold at major UK fashion retailers like M&S, Next, Zara and Primark. In 2024, exports of garments and accessories to the UK hit about $920 million, up 15% from last year. The UK fashion market still offers strong potential for Vietnamese businesses. Vietnam's presence at Source Fashion London highlights its global standard capabilities in design and manufacturing, while opening up promising new partnerships with leading retailers in the UK and Europe. This is the end of the QPVN News today. Remember to watch our news again at qpvn.vn. Thank you for watching and goodbye for now.